Claudio, and thanks Nico, and anyone else who is involved in organising this meeting. It's been fabulous. I enjoyed it very much. There have been some really superb topics, like the previous speaker, you know, putting his ideas forward, which I enjoyed very much. And of course, I wrote this talk on Friday night. On Saturday, I was actually travelling, which means that I'm rehearsing my talk here and now. I didn't bring my computer with me because I couldn't bring it because of the weight on the line airway. It would have gone over, they would have charged me another 35 a pound. So really, let's go for it. Of course, this is a network of researchers on the chemical evolution of life. That will be no sell to you and I. And we're holding our 5th conference at the University of St Andrews in Scotland. If you don't feel like coming to St Andrews, think of Donald Trump. He owns a golf course in that little city.
That doesn't make us want to go there more. That does not make us want to go there.
I was going to add the next bit as well. So if that don't attract you, then you want to think of Prince William and Kate Middleton, who went to the same university. You can follow their footsteps instead. But I do hope to see some of you, because we are truly different. And you can ask Claudia, he's been there about 3 times. So if he's good enough for Claudia, being there so many times, I'm sure it'll be good enough for you too. So I hope to see you guys there. So today I'm going to talk about astrochemistry, synthesis of the building blocks of life. By the way, I'm a heavy dyslexic as well, so words will be jumping on my brain backwards and forwards. I may not be able to read my own slides properly, so you just put up with it. Just imagine the electricity going on and off, on and off. All right. So astrochemistry, what it means is it's a study of space chemistry, but you can do it in simulated space conditions as well. This particular slide, it talks about how you can ascertain whether there are molecules in space or not. But I don't want to go through it in the interest of time. And the reason we know some of the solid phase chemistry occurs in space is because of these interstellar dust particles. This particular picture on this, on your, well, on my left, on your right, is from Stardust spacecraft, right? And some of the chemistry occurs on the interstellar dust particles, IDPs. And one of the good examples to have actually is formation of molecular hydrogen. That requires a third body to be present to absorb all the heat that will be generated during the formation of molecular hydrogen. But I'm not going to go through this fragment setup, it takes too much time. So let's look at some of this here. On your right, the panel on your right is to do with changes in the chemistry taking place. So the black trace is pre-radiation, and red one being the after radiation. Where there are arrows, you can see the changes that have taken place as a result of irradiation with 1 kiloelectron volts. After about 15 minutes, of course, y-axis is absorbance, and the x-axis being the wave numbers. And you can apply the same sort of principle to the the other panel, but that is just the ice being warmed up. So the chemistry occurs in 3 possible ways generally. So you would have catalysis occurring via electromagnetic radiation, example being light, UV light, and particle radiation. All of those that are listed there, I'm not going to read them out. And then there is something called thermal processing, I hope to go through quickly with these as well, because I've got a lot to show you. So the photolysis can occur, for example, stubborn molecules such as nitrogen. You can break it up with 10.2 electron volts. I hope everybody follow. That's another way, a non-IS way of measuring amount of energy. But if it helps you to understand something, it'll be 121.6 nanometer. And you can apply it to water. You can just about sorry, that is a mistake. That is a mistake. I know that. Electrons are not ions. The other one being that you can also, for example, form methyl cyanide in situ from carbon dioxide and methane, and that's the kind of the chemistry of it. And this is radiolysis. So the other one is photolysis. When we irradiate with particle radiation, we call the process to be radiolysis. So the trace that's being shown, because I haven't actually rehearsed this, I'm going to get tongue twisted about that. So I think I'll skip on this occasion. But the important thing, take home message here is the difference between photolysis and radiology is this. If you imagine that you have a dark molecular cloud, such as the Horsehead Nebula, now the UV light will not penetrate in the heart of the cloud itself, in which case you would need high energy particles such as electrons and protons and other ions, and they do the job admirably. And that's because you can imagine that the dark molecular clouds aren't measured in light years, but more in parsec units. So that's why two things are really, really important to realize. If you should ever, next time, look at a dark molecular Horsehead Nebula, if you should look at it next time, look at the rim of the molecular cloud. You will find that there's a silver lining to it. That is where the normally photolysis occurs. And this is to show you thermal processing. So you got in the center, in the turquoise one, that's to give you an idea that formation of molecular hydrogen. You also have particle radiation as well being penetrated on, and you've got UV light at the other end, and of course you've got things being absorbed, they're being reabsorbed as well. So this is kind of saying that thermal processing happens. Another way of putting thermal processing is kind of gradual moving of an international. See what I mean? Word jumps in front of my mind. Interstellar dust particle is gradual moving up of IDPs. That means that the rearrangement of radicals within on the surface of the IDP can form a chemistry. By the way, definition of radical are you can have ions, as in sodium plus ion. You can also have, for example, hydrogen with its intact electron. That means radical as well. And this is thermal processing. So if you took the one panel on your right, that would be showing the increase in temperature from 20K to 30K, and where there's an aspect on the red trace, that would be at 120K. That means there's some changes taking place from the trace in black, and this is because the black trace represents amorphous ice. It's a bit like wool, big fluffy sort of ice, okay? The red one is it's a crystalline ice, And the panel below, that tells you that it really, that you can form a rearrangement of radiation of ammonia and sadly we don't have a PowerPoint, ammonia and methanol to make formamide. So that sort of compares my results with those of Kanna, I think it's Kanna 2002, to say that chemistry, thermal chemistry really does occur. You can get many different types of radicals or new compounds formed using different types of radiation, different types of temperatures, different types of starting molecules, and I've got a whole list of these kind of things. The important one being here is the top one in red, which is cyanoacetylene, followed by cyanide ion, and then hydroxy methyl radical. And this is a couple of examples. So having been delivered onto the surface of the Earth, right, it could go on. Cyanoacetylene, in the presence of cyanide, could go on to form cytosine. Cytosine being one of the nitrogen bases used in the biology of Earth. And of course, the one with the cyanide, hydrogen cyanide plus ammonia, if you heat it in water, can't remember the temperature, for about a week, and you will actually stay this experiment, don't do that at home, okay? It will form Aden, another nitrogen base. And this is a table that I hurriedly compiled. I thought, my God, I'm going to the big history, and people are going to say, what did Sohan present anyway? So I come up with something here. So I've got the first three panels of Jheeta Humankind, right? These are comparing sort of radiolysis and photolysis experiments, and also different molecules as well. So in first column would be methanol, second one be ammonia methanol, the Humankind was methanol also. So these are compared with all these molecules are found. So these are compared with Paris 2006 from in meteorite. And you can see that some of the molecules are found in meteorites as well. And those that are found in IDPs, those are produced by Irvine, 98. And then it's compared here in this particular table, synthesis via Miller-Urey set of experiment. And then those in the middle column represents those found in amino acids found in proteins, and then mergers and meteorite. So you can say that some of the molecules may probably have been donated by being made in space. And of course, about 4.3 to 4 billion years, they were delivered onto the Earth. That was called Heligobaden period. And lo and behold, I'm done. Thank you very much for listening patiently.
Questions or comments? Yes.
I knew that.
It's very interesting, I think important work. The question is whether the origin of life on Earth necessarily required this sort of synthesis. You showed the late heavy compartment. However, you know there's competing scenarios for the origin of life. And the hydrothermal, you have synthesis within the system.
You're absolutely right. I have to add, which I forgot to add yesterday, last night confabulation, which is this, that we don't know how much water there was when life was actually made. One thing is for certain for life to have emerged is that you needed sufficient water for it to be, to form a cycle, water cycles needed. A bucket of water will not do. So that takes me to the point of the question that you asked me in relation to the hydrothermal vents. They're not black smokers, by the way. They're actually alkaline hydrothermal vents, which is about a kilometer or two away from the normal, the one that everybody sees one time or another in their life, you know. But of course, the problem with the hydrothermal vents is that it's formed in water. All the chemical reactions of life are condensation reactions, meaning that every time a polymer is made, so if you took one amino acid out with another amino acid and combine them together, what happens is this, right? That they generate a water molecule to form a dimer. But it's also, if you should look at the energy curve, right? So energy curve would be like this. So the two monomers, that the amino acid is here. As you go up the energy curve, the energy is measured here, the reaction is along this axis. So you go up. By the time you form the dimer, the products is here, and the reactants are here. This much energy is utilized. So the chemistry that's needed to be done, as we understand currently, it requires a specialized form of energy. I'm talking about adenosine triphosphate type of energy, but of course, the ardent supporters of alkaline hydrothermal vent hypothesis would say that acetyl-CoA provided that. Of course, I buy that an argument, but still there are difficulties in the reaction. What actually happens is that in terms of, if you draw it on a graph, all the reaction is that there's an increase in utilization of energy. When it gets to the crest, just about here, we're at a loss that how such a reaction would occur. Then it's sort of slightly going down, and they take it below the starting point here. And that means that much energy is generated. The energy is being generated into the atmosphere, so to speak. So these are difficulties I've already pointed out, convert. So this type of reaction are called thermic reaction, whereas the other one is endothermic reaction, energy consuming. The one that I pointed out first, monomers are here, and it goes to the top, and the products end up here. There's a difference here. So really, I would put it to you that the although I know Nick Lane's experiment and Michael Russell's experiments in fact, I write about their experiments all the time, but I don't criticize them because some of the results that they have obtained are in favor of metabolic burst hypothesis. But of course, there are three hypotheses on the market: vesicles first, metabolics first, and genetics first. And I'm a little, if I have to put my shirt on this three probabilistic events, I would put my shirt on genetics first. Of course, I can't explain the biochemistry in that too. I think I'll end it here on that.
Thank you very much. Oh, yes.
One question. Very interesting presentation. I, as a geologist, I'm very interested in these kind of things because geo and bio and bio, I'm speaking also about pose presentation, work together. And I think the real challenge of us as big historians, I'm speaking about me as a big historian now, not as a geologist, is to put this hard science in the red vision of big history. Okay? So how do you fit this kind of stuff in the red vision of big history? This is my question.
How do you put, well, I mean, this is
I
biogenesis.
think our challenge is
Yeah,
here.
but you need to, I got the answer, but you need to understand a little bit clearer the question itself. I mean,
So, you know, these are the space molecules. It's talking about how they get formed and then whether they come in a bombardment or whether
Yeah.
they get formed in events on a liquid planet.
yeah. Okay. Look, you know, the molecules, it's not best to fly the flag for one particular type of way of synthesizing molecules, because there are many, many different ways. So I demonstrated one of them being in space chemistry, the other one after David Swart over there. David's idea, sorry, what is it, Swartman?
Yes.
Yeah, David's idea, be asking the hydrothermal vent, alkaline hydrothermal vents, right? And the third one being you get a denser layer sitting at the bottom. On top of that would be a lighter atmospheric layer. Within this atmospheric layer, you have molecules being formed, and then the rain onto Earth. That would be kind of the type of reaction occurs on Titan. And then you could have only mirror type of experiment where there's lightning hitting one another. Then you will have volcanic type of ash being produced. That ash and all the other ions in that ash, as well as water and sulfur and hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, all as it put together. The electric discharge in those clouds is much, much more different, more intense compared to the type that you might find in, for example, desert, those kind of things. So really there are many, many places you can make molecules at the foothills or the foot of volcanoes, where there's a small pond there, a little bit of air coming through the side vents and bubbling away, a bit like the oral, orbital type of experiment where you take a hydrogen cyanide, put some ammonia into that, because ammonia is readily soluble in water. Half-life is only about 30,000 years, so before it gets fertilized, it's probably in the water, you know. So in the context of scheme of things, I think it's all the chemistry that occur on Earth, whatever means they may be. A friend of mine, a collaborator of mine, made some, for example, dimers and trimers on the surface of various oxides, of various metals. So you can form a chemistry in that way as well. So there are all manners of, and all of these molecules, formation, synthesis, kind of conspired to make life. One thing is we're not sure about, because you asked me this, there is a question of a division here, a bottleneck, so to speak. This is anything below that is prebiotic chemistry. You could take a 10-year-old kid and ask them how to light a fire on planet Earth. They could be right? Because nobody knows. Anybody's guess is good as mine, yours, and everyone else. Anything above that, as soon as you get some sort of dimer ideas being formed, you're halfway there of making life emerge. Let me give you a quick example. If you take nicotine dinucleotide NAD, if you take that, for example, molecule, it's a dimer. And that dimer can do two things. It can aid in the formation of, it can act as an enzyme. Catalyst, it can act as a catalyst in order to promote other type of reaction. And of course, it can self-replicate as well. So once you have this kind of ideas, you actually really are on the way to making life. And those are the two divisions that's necessary. Sorry, I can't make you, I can't expand on further on the prebiotic chemistry. It's a chemistry we don't know much about. It's dark.
Well, it's the big gap.
Yeah.
Did we get to your point? Okay.
Please talk me afterward, because because we need to, I need
Were
to
you saying it
clarify.
needs to be in big history? Is that what you were saying? Yeah, it does. And to Mike's point about that, so just so everybody knows, there is the canon of big history that got turned into big history by Bill Gates. We all know the story, right? That's what's online. And so that's that thresholds and the timing and the 900,000, that's Bill Gates' version. And then there's lots of us in big history who do filling in the gaps. And, you know, coming to the abiogenesis, how that happens is definitely a piece of big history. It's not developed as much in big history curriculum, the canon that's out there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much for the discussion. Okay, we'd like to point out that we are late actually.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry about that.
all right.
Now you're the timekeeper, which is good. Okay, so we are. So, next.
Thanks.